na 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 na. Say the way them be left the power to murder, not to say it. Plenty youth they smoke and go mad. Try they not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way politics them spoil we try they I say not to say me there. The way my dad they fly plenty, the other part not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to so be there, 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 not to so be there. Yeah. Pulling back politics, fight each and every day. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. DJ Box, the battle, can get on mine and my brewer. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. Put out on board, they travel run, come back and village people not the get chance. Not to so if I the mommy they dance that TikTok and people want talk. Una left and I saw you one day. Green and red been the bind, green and red been the dine. But now not to so it day. When we start the drive, glass teeth they up, the voters they suffer. Not to so for day. Mommy getting artists, the bar getting artists, the other bar getting artists for day. You know for talk show then quick for jail you violate your rights, bro. Not to say I've been there. 2023, I wonder how we are go there. Now before you get job, before somebody say not to say be there. 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 Listen, governor for making investors run away. We for encourage them not to show you been there. Kai Kamara one coach John Kista. Paddy play football set much not to show you been there. You want talk plenty, you not score plenty. You don't crest not to show Kalom been there. We baby we say they cheat but not to show a day. I not say not to all been there, not to show be there. But and see God there we must stay like how been there. And now been there we must stay like how been there. The way this family they talk, the other family not to show be there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to so be there. 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 Y'all not seen a child salon day, not to show me day. The way our salon be there today, not to show you day. Woo! What da? Bojo, Bojo. Crying out, baby. It's your mark. The guy will die, he will smile. Red flag, baby. All day. Woo! Leon, one love. Alright? Take the challenge. Tell man and say not to so for day. Not to so salon for day. Alright?
Alman on the mix.
Favorite rapper, King Buzz. The voice of the voiceless. I'm here.
Indeed, not to so even day. Greetings to all my comrades of the APC, Mina comrade Owan Kasu. This is the APC online TV platform, and this is the voice of the diaspora. Comrades all, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we all see a lot of APC activities and they take place around the globe. And of course, the elections, them, declarations, them, all sorts of activities they happen around the world. The UK and Ireland is of no exception at all. Yesterday, the UK and Ireland held the district elections for elects the chairman of the districts and right across down to the executive members. Last week, we had the chapters where the London chapter um, held the elections, as well as the Bristol, the Midlands, Manchester, and Reading. They all get them elections, and then everything went peacefully. And of course, yesterday we also see in a social media on this very platform the declaration of the chairman of the party, the aspirant for the chairman of the APC party, winner Honorable Minkailu Mansure, and also the deputy chairman of the party, the aspirant um, Ambassador Alaji Fode Usman Yansane, himself making declaration yesterday, both in the party office. And today, just few hours ago, and still going, in fact, is the declaration of Dr. Matthew Wilson Kamara, when as Samura, they declare for the flag bearership of the APC. So the activities then they all over the place, and Turkey branch also conduct their own district elections today. So we get a lot with it happen, and we want to say kudos to all the facilitators. Them, we want to say kudos to the TIIEMC. We want to say kudos to the ITGC. We want to say kudos to the secretaries. Them wouldn't give the responsibility for man the situation there. So, and the presiding officers. Them, the people that we actually oversee the elections. Them, but today we get a special guest. We come to it today for can talk to we specifically about the APC district level elections which take place yesterday at the Midlands, and how the election come about, how it pan out, the winners and the not winners, and how the atmosphere end. So we can talk about that today. And the person who we get with we now Dr. Mohammed Sise. We now one of the presiding officers then will be there at the place, but making himself come, he can introduce himself to we, make it tell we waiting now in role.
Good evening, listeners, comrades of the APC, and all other well wishers, Sierra Leoneans. Mina Dr. Mohammed Sese, one for sure gratefulness for in the first place for be considered for be one of the electoral commissioners for run the elections in the UK and I. So that don't be my role for ensure say we manage the elections, we supervise them, and we've been do that alongside my other comrades, Comrade Karikal Marx, Comrade Ojukutu Macaulay, and Mr. Tamba Opel. But the glue in all of that now been the outgoing executive as well, in the form of we now ex-chairman Mustafa, as well as we able secretary. We don't work so hard, Mr. Abdul Kabir, to ensure that the whole process go well seamlessly for we all. So that now be my role for work alongside all of them partners there for make we deliver a free fair election, not the UK and I.
Okay, Dr. Sise, I want to ask you going forward, first of all, these elections we on our own, was it free, fair, credible, transparent, and fair?
So in my own personal view, and I suppose I talk on behalf of the general membership and all Sierra Leoneans, because we give them the opportunity throughout the process. We engage them before the process itself, the leadership, now the various chapters, as well as the outgoing leadership, now the UK and I, for make them be part and parcel of the whole process. Let them be part and parcel of whatever decision will we they make, how the whole process go happen. So everyone was involved in whatever decisions we they make. And the way the whole process go, I think everyone from Waiting Midon Yeri, and there were various interviews before, during, and even after the process. I think everybody, and in my own personal view as well, then go freely, fairly, and credible elections.
Okay, well, the winners of these elections, obviously, in terms of the leadership, now the branch winner, Mr. Simeon Bangura, being give a speech. What you take from that speech day? What are the message where you can take from that particular speech day where Simeon Bangura gave?
So I'm not being opportuned for listening all the speech at all, because just after, as the elections and they conclude, we may get a lot of paperwork for submit. And I've been very much involved in making sure we get all the information in all the appropriate forms, for collate them and sign them. So I've been involved in that process whilst it been again speech. But the little we are deep into, in and out, is a try for give a message where him don't win with magnanimity. A try for opening arms to we not get losers in this process at all. A try for give some commiserations to the apparent loser, for want of a better word. A try for encourage everyone. A try for encouraging comrades them when they take over the leadership, the mantle of leadership. Now the UK and I, for no say they can't do it by themselves. They need everyone for continue for putting shoulders to the wheel. That was the crux of the message, that the job is only beginning now. We all know the history of this particular constituency or district. We don't want to go back to those old days. Now we want to open a new chapter. Let we see how we all go put we hands on deck and push the activities of the APC and therefore Sierra Leone forward. Sierra Leone, now this is not a history in the making, this is not a new chapter. So that was the crux of his message yesterday, as a, like I say, a member. But like I say, I've been very busy with the processes of preparing the election results in readiness for transmitting them to Freetown, for making them know how things go here and sign them off with my colleagues.
Okay. The role of the other presiding officers them yesterday, we helped for conduct the elections alongside yourself, played a very, very significant role, including Tamba Opel, Ojokutu, Winston Ojokutu Macaulay, and others. What you got for say about their own role within play? Do you see yourself as the moral guarantors of this APC UK and Ireland from this point on?
I think the process where we conduct will speak for himself. I think we go consider ourselves that way. And I suppose say the rest of the membership go do, based on what we deliver, the way and manner in which we deliver the process. I think say I also go pay homage to a couple of colleagues even prior to the elections themselves, because we know say elections are just one event, a particular moment, 1 day or 2 days, we're not finished with that. But the process of peace building, the process of development, all of that, like I say, in a process, not a 1 day process at all. It starts well before the elections, and we continue during the elections, and even after the elections, now they, in fact, we get more work for do. So one of the things where me personally been done they do, I convene a group of we eminent colleagues them. Mr. Khalifa Koroma was one of them. We've been getting Mrs. Zainab Bangura. We've been getting Mr. IML Bangura and MISEF. We convened the leadership of the UK and I to 3 consecutive Saturday meetings, where they last week at least 2 hours, just talking about the need for make we conduct WISEF well, Let we carry ourselves with integrity during the processes we've been there ahead of we win at the elections. Let we make sure say we respect each other. May we make sure say the whole process go be very peaceful. Let we lead with example to all we followers. Let we not allow for be driven by emotions. Let we get a formidable team, now the UK and I, we go carry the mantle forward. So now them processes them we already been done day on. So the processes were well on track. And during the elections themselves, obviously, I mean, getting eminent colleagues here in the Electoral Commission as well, in the UK and I, in the form of Kadikal Marx, Mr. Winston Ojukutu Macaulay, alongside Mr. Tamba Opel as well. As far as me see, well, obviously others go speak for themselves. Now dignified people of integrity, people who don't carry themselves very well. Now people them we go try for rise above all the little things in society and understand waiting at the overall outcome where we need. I don't think say any side we kukujumuku day on the end game day pisco day at all. With the able leadership of the now ex-chairman Mustafa as well as Mr. Abdul Kabir. We all don't convene ourselves together. We don't conduct ourselves very well. And I think say for be considered as moral guarantors, not anything bad at all. I think say that is the way we don't show ourselves. So I think say now that we don't do. So we could, yes, for answer your question, be considered as moral guarantors. I hope.
Okay, Dr. Sise, the election itself, like you say, all the aspirants them kind of agree to the way the elections was conducted, how the process by which the election will be conducted. They all seem to agree to that. Um, After the elections, I read some words in the flyabouts, not confirmed, that some of the people that will not actually win the elections, the area of Adams Bangura and Mr. Nano, they talk say then go petition that particular way out and conduct the elections. And I'm not sure if they don't reach out to now in any way at all.
So I must say within a few minutes we will conclude at the whole. One of a gentleman where I understand saying Mr. Adams Bangura in Campi Day, I don't know if now in campaign manager even, did approach me as I enter into my car and say just want to give me a heads up that then they consider for petition. But obviously, I mean, they try for drive away. Now I say, well, I think say we all don't be part and parcel of the process throughout, and we don't do everything in the open and fairly, and we didn't bring everyone on board in what would they do, including making decisions of even the venues if for happen. I can remember somebody called me, I think it was Adams Bangura, expressing concern about the conduct of the election in London for make them fair for everyone in terms of distance. So let we find a central place. We listened because there was a view for make them conduct the elections in London. We listened. We bring them all come together, the chairman of all the chapters, as part of we are people the way they listen. We say, listen, these elections, we now want to servants them. We just work for now. Now I get the elections. Whatever una want for do, una go do. We go facilitate. So we convene them to a whole meeting. We get all sorts of delegations, and now then choose the venue. Now then decide say now Coventry then one time because it's central for everyone. People recommend Manchester, Bristol, London. We all go converge there, Reading, everywhere, all of the chapters. Easier for everyone. So we now people the way they listen and where they bring everyone on board. And even whilst we've been there at the hall, before and during the elections, whatever decision we want to make, we make sure say at least the three leaders, we bring them come and say, this is what we want to do. Anybody get any misgivings about it? They say, no, let's go ahead. And I believe say even during the elections themselves, interviews were being conducted. I don't think say anybody raised anything. Even before the elections, I'm sure Una been carry a program on that for brief people them on how the process get for go, where we are, checked all the boxes. Everything was checked every step of the way in the view of everyone in eyes, both the one that have been present at the hall and even in the media. So yes, they did mention something about wanting to petition, then get a petition for make. But like I say, let them go deliberate on that. And if at all then think say they want to carry anything forward, let them put it in writing, and then we go from there. But
So
we just encourage everyone that given the way where the process don't go, except if you think say you get real evidence about what you they talk about, the APC not get time. I go encourage everyone, let we all look ahead. It's hard when you lose elections, but we know the outcomes we get for be. It's either you win or you lose.
so Dr. Say, even though the reasons might be a legitimate reason for contesting the outcome of that election day, so you think say because APC no get time, so then for toss that aside.
Well, the petition process now part of the process of elections. And we don't want anything where we they do let people and feel aggrieved. We want to create a culture of openness and fairness in the APC. If somebody feels in petition credible, it get evidence, it get full evidence for it, and it thinks for let that go, we'd encourage people come forward. But as far as me concerned, with what we get at hand, let we think about the people of Sierra Leone. Let we know spend more time on petitions, but only if you think say you cannot let it go. It's so glaring, the unfairness or whatever, if anybody do unfairness to you, then come forward. But otherwise, me think say with the time pressure we get, with the people of Sierra Leone crying, they are waiting, and with the way and manner in which all the elections, we don't conduct them in the open, we bring everyone on board along the way. Now we all make the decisions. I don't think say anyone raise any issues throughout the process, even before the elections start. We did give an open meeting to everyone who attend the meeting, and we want to tell everybody thank you. We're taking time off for drive all this distance for go now Coventry, and everybody may get the opportunity for raising hand up and raise any issues where you get. And I think say everybody unanimously say they not get any misgivings prior to the election and even during the elections. So if at this stage anybody get anything, sometimes you can say, okay, listen, on the whole, I know they pretend saying a perfect process. There might have been some one or two problems, but do they amount to something we for make for petition and hold people back? So now that I go say, I go encourage everyone. Let we move forward. Let we embrace WISEF. Let we get a strong APC. I think the issue here we'll forget to consider now the unity in the APC party, because there is an opposition to fight. Let we not spend all the time within WISEF, inside we house. We get to go out there. Let we left the precious time for the people that will get for face out there. That's my encouragement to everyone.
Okay, I'll go one for get an idea of what are the grounds of them petition there. So what do you think say that the reason for them for petition? You get any indication as to what they complain about?
Like I say, I think at this stage, I'm not going to go into those details. Somebody they try for drive, word of mouth. I don't want for misunderstand anybody. Sometimes processes, when you slip over things, you get a clearer head. Now acutely stressed situation when election results are called. Until people put things pen on paper, we see them in writing. If at all, then still want to go to that extent, then we will be clearer. I don't want to begin speculate here. I don't want to misunderstand anybody. I'll better let we left that aspect there for now. I don't think say at this stage we need from reference them at all.
So you actually they emphasize the concerns of the situation where we did as a political party, and because we are all inside the same umbrella of the APC, we not get time, and you're quite right about that. So what does this really signify? What in this tell you where people need to come up with a petition at this time, where we did at a very crucial crossroad at the moment? What in this tell you?
Well, to be honest with you, just to tell me, say, people are very anxious. There's a lot of pressure in the party. Everybody, there's a lot of pressure coming from all angles. But me believe, say, what we need for focus on at the current moment, na for look ahead, now for concentrate on getting to those elections. Let we try deliver a government where we go really run the affairs of the people. The people are hungry. The people are really very, very stressed. I don't think say we need for add more stress to WISEF. Like I say, let we not expend all we energy with time, the limited time where we get. We not get time. Believe you me, Owan Kasu and everyone, we not get time. The court don't manage extend the process. The time limited right now. We want to go back to court and begin ask them back. Do you allow not put yourself in these situations? Then say the world thing where you get control, do what you get control over. The thing that we not get control over left them. And as far as me concerned right now, and I'm sure everybody get a clear mind, we are all well-meaning APCians and Sierra Leoneans. We want for see Sierra Leone be a better place. I think we all get the sacrifices we will get for make. Sometimes we can run after we rights, then saute. Let we not rock the boat, let we not spoil things, you see. But I think say to your point, we get time pressure here. And everyone we get a give and take in the whole processes for making right. But if we want concentrate on just we rights, sometimes I don't know what will be the outcome of that. Do ya big, me the big everyone, let we go forward. Let we try get over all of them here.
Okay, Dr. Sise, you not a very serious APCian, well dedicated. You want to see APC move forward and win these elections in June 24th. And some of them people there also will contest in these elections. They're very fine comrades, very talented comrades. We need now this APC. It is not like APC versus SLPP. We are all under the same umbrella. As I would call you now, somebody I would say an advisor, somebody an experienced person, I would call a moral guarantor. We go able for guide we within the executive. We happen for get positions then. You know, things say we for find a way for accommodate them people here, so bring them come in, make them play a role, make them not lost in talent inside this executive.
Thank you very much for that question there, Owan Kasu. Tell you what, me personally, now this I've been don't see way ahead. I talk about the issue of rights, the issue of reforms and things, and they are very good. And we all get for welcome reforms. I mean, it was legitimate in the last constitution for make appointments be. People then be appointed to things. There were provisions for both appointment or selection as well as election. But none of them processes and then they will not get their own downsides. But we get for look at the overall benefits. None of those processes were perfect. For me, the way I saw it and when I intrigued me for call upon me other senior and experienced comrades in the likes of Mr. Kolifor Kuruma, Mrs. Zainab Bangura, Mr. ML Bangura, these are well-respected people in society. Now being for create the avenue for make we all hang heads together. Because I know, like you rightly say, the amount of talent where we get in them people here, then we comrades here, we've been run for offices, now the UK and I. And not been see we safe for make we lose any of them talents than they, especially with broken hearts on the day. So now I tell you, say the election a process. So for me, we be not start this long before for make we bring them come to one room. And we did try our best for make them see how they can able form a team and work together. The world, we all know perfect. We all know we strong sides. We all know the not so strong sides of we. If we're only open and honest with we do that scrutiny there within WeSafe. I mean, somebody can say, I better serve in this role. I am stronger in this role. You go better serve there. And in the interest of everyone overall, getting a really formidable team, we all will come together. We see them in some ways happen at the chapters. Obviously, that not get in the way of the election process at all. But my understanding and credit to them, the chairman Sanusi's, the chairman Osonke's, all the chairmen then at the chapters. Then sit down. Then look at themselves and look at the history, and then then get some formidable teams where they come up with in the interest of a strong chapter. So then come up with then teams, and they then go to the elections and do the elections. But essentially, by the time they go to the elections, they know exactly whose role with. In fact, then they don't begin play their roles already. And the executive was already working even before it was ratified formally in an election ballot box. So now the same process we want for introducing in London as well as in the UK and I. Now I make we convene them for 3 consecutive weeks. I tell you what, it took no less than 2 hours each time with them big colleagues here where we're really spending time. And I want for tell them thank you. I want for use this medium for tell them thank you for heed me call. For make we come together, let we form that kind committee day at the time. For make we call all of them potential candidates here. Let them understand, say, the election not they resolve all with problems if we not get problems. In fact, on the day, someone is going to walk away empty-handed. Let's come to terms with that now, even before the election comes. And if you don't want to do that, you don't want to lose the other talents. When I better sit down at one room, let una arrange, would I go be this, would I go be that, would I go be the other. I say, failing that, do ya una no say no more the people then want then peace and quiet. Then want quietness in the branch and as well as the district. Let we work for the people of Sierra Leone. So yes, for answer your question, there will be talents where now not get nothing. But we're not going to tire. Waiting, I go encourage the leader. And I did get a brief conversation with him even this morning. Say, first thing, let the leadership not go you head. Those people who walked away yesterday could have been, they are all first amongst we equals. It just be say one person at that point in time get for emerge as the leader. But they are all leaders. They are all talented people, well-respected guys. They not invest a lot of emotion, money, and time into the process. Fair way for embrace them, call them together, let them, even if informally, some of you not worry about titles, we serve the community all the time. It all means a pass and tag we with something. Fair way for embrace them, bring them calm, let them be part and parcel of whatever you are doing. They have a lot of story to tell. They have their dreams. Some of them in get manifestos if you like. So don't let them go to waste. Bring them calm, Leona all sit down together, Leona consider the process together. It should be a shared leadership, a shared process. Everyone is a leader. So we go continue to encourage them in that direction.
Okay. We aspirants, we lost these elections. The likes of Adams Bangura, the likes of Tambanano, the likes of Queen Alisa, and others. I remember few weeks or so ago, the outgone chairman, Mustafa Hamid Kurma, be echo and he continue for re-echo this message that the next executive, the next chairman will go for succeed him. You know, go want make that chairman they go through waiting and go through in the past 6-7 years. The backstabbing, the sabotage, the problems, the fighting, the undermining, all of that, the insubordination. I listened to Adams Bangura yesterday in his speech. I pick up something. for say him not a person with a stranger again APC. He's well known, he don't go serve na salon, he don't go aspire na salon, he don't work for the party, he don't go represent for we na the branch, he don't do a lot of things. And in campaign, now one of the best campaign I don't see within the APC, the likes of in manager Manso, Delwin, and others with the campaign for the Team Adams and Tambanono team. They put up one of the most brilliant campaign, and the strategies were bang on place, everything was fine. But in speech yesterday sort of worried me small, and it reminded me of waiting the chairman Mustafa been say that you know what, let somebody with succeed them can go through waiting in go through. Meaning Adam say then go allow Simeon the space. That can be interpreted in different ways. That then go allow Simeon line carry on. Meaning then go full hand, full foot, and sit down and watch and lost in talent. That a bit worried me small where I listen to that. If you listen to a message like that for say then go allow Simeon for let it carry on. And then just about 10-15 minutes later, with a repetition, you think say you envisage any kind of an undermining or any kind of problems again at this branch after these elections?
So waiting me not a preach gloom until I have the evidence ahead of me. That's not the reason why we will not engage with all on all them processes that we will be not engage in. I think say it better will be optimistic. I think say every APCN, every Sierra Leonean get a responsibility for ensure say whatever systems we get, whatever community, whatever country we get, it be as strong as it can be. And we need all hands on deck. Be it on the day, not to you emerge as the winner, or you be the winner, you get a story for tell, you get a talent, you get something for contribute. And I not at this stage, I not get no doubt. I did hear a little part of Mr. Adams Bangura in comment that he go available. He go try for lending hand to the process, where I will get a lot of credit for, a lot of respect, and that was all we were trying to do. We all knew whenever these elections are called that someone will walk away without the title itself. But that doesn't mean that you for take away all your talent. You for brand can let we cook the one pot, let him sweet, let the party sweet. I would just appeal to everyone, and the leader get the people that will win, then get a responsibility for call upon then colleagues them, embrace them, make them part and parcel of the process. But do you una self way on the day not walk away with anything? Do you una understand say una not to losers? Do you una make the process easier for the rest of una comrades them? Una member say not to them no more una they work for the general membership, una they work for the people of Sierra Leone. Let we make we communities them peaceful. Let we make them formidable. Let we make them strong. How you pred your bed, now so you go lay down panam. If we not try for pred good bed for the UK and I, and therefore Sierra Leone, me man, when I just need for take a look at what they happen right now. Perhaps not because Sierra Leoneans they not been on pred and bed well. You know go say because when they not pred and bed well, you know go say the suffering just they come to one person. No. If there was something the branch during the ex-chairman Mustafa in time where the branch before don't achieve, but somebody else say, no, I'm not going to make it happen, at the end of the day, now we all are losers. The branch at the end of the day not get that in there. Do you? I believe say we all matured enough. I trust in them people here that they all go rise above this. But hey, now just yesterday this happened. Now very difficult process. We get to give time to people forget over waiting don't happen. And let them come to terms say the reality now. We get to be pragmatic, we get to move on, we get to move past this. All man get your own time. Yesterday na Chairman Mustafa. Today as we speak, it will be Chairman Simeon. Who knows tomorrow who it will be? But tomorrow, not today, they begin make tomorrow. Make let the people remember you as a magnanimous person. In the country where we sit on now, Rishi Sunak lost to Liz Truss. It go away, it goes sit down. I'm sure if they been call him for any advice and things, he must the give. Perhaps he been on the give even. But what happen? Then go Brian come back. Now they run the country so. Governance na continuity. Governance of any form na continuity. Do ya a big, let we call we heart, let we get the type of society, community, and country where we want. Let we not just imagine things. We are all part of the process. We all get to contribute to a process. Things don't just happen in life. They are planned, and you are part of that planning. You have a responsibility to make yourself part of it and part of the implementation of it.
Okay, Dr. Sise, we get one of the highlights of the elections yesterday, that one of the aspirants for the leadership position at the APC district level elections at the UK and Nene Salmaba, was conspicuously absent on that election day. Any reason for that?
Well, as far as me concerned, in the whole, the commissioners where we all been there together with, none of them not receive a message from them. But as we are considerate people, them, a very important person. Every APC person an important person, particularly where they run for positions such as the one where it do, or where even they do. So when we not see them, we not hear from them. People then say, let we give a welfare call. And we did. But unfortunately, you not be able to pick up in phone. Obviously, you not been get chance for do so. So we don't know what happened to them, to be honest with you, except if anyone don't hear it, but we not hear anything from them. We try put in a couple of calls in the hall for find out what they happen. I don't think any of we colleagues, them comrades, get any message from them as to why attend. So that is where we are, and we don't know anything about what happened.
Well, some of we comrades them very, very upset that then try to reach out to Ram personally, answer them call, but they understand, say, he answers some other people then calls, talk to them people then and them we don't prepare, say, then they go vote for Ram. Being that na person we don't work na this branch, he don't do a lot, and based on the gender also, it's like them they go support them, but for the fact that he not turn up, that's sort of like a disrespect to them, so they're very upset and they don't vote for them. You go along with that kind of narrative there?
I mean, do permit me for me cannot comment on something where I'm not fully aware of the facts. I don't think say go be respectful to we Nene Salma Ba for make we comment. We don't know the circumstance. We all are human beings. Sometimes things can overtake we. I don't know in full circumstance. I would just encourage everybody we go for supporter on the day for make make judgment where know waiting happen. It probably something else don't happen to them. But waiting me we've been doing at the hall, we carried on the process just like how we've been planned. We make sure say we get the chance for make it be part and parcel of the process. And then been then at the ballot box, and I've been thinking say anybody we've been one for vote for them, we did encourage, let them go ahead and vote for them. Let we not vex them where we don't know the full facts. Whatever the situation turn out for be, we make it not come, even when we know the facts, we not be understanding and compassionate with them. Now just that me go encourage everyone. But she had the opportunity, that no disadvantage them at all in absence.
Okay. Dr. Sise, the commentaries now the chat room then quite intriguing for no. We get, first of all, I'll just give you a few names of people where they view. We get Mixer, within the platform. They send greetings. We get Mohammed Adams. We get Fatma Sakor. We got Pablo Stevens. We get Prezzo Song J-Man. We get Simba Cole, Queen of Berkshire. We get Prezzo Song again. We get Mo Bangura. We get Sweet Bonita. We get Rachel Siafa. And we get Delwyn Thomas. We get Yusuf Kamara. And we get Lawrence Fox. We get Isatu Kaiko. And we get, yes, we get quite a number of people that really view and then don't make comments them, they don't ask critical questions them. I don't know, I think I go on for pick one random question we I go pose to you. Um just I know say you don't answer some of them already, but I will give you a question from Delvin Thomas, we now one of the campaign managers them for Comrade Adams Bangura. He say now, I will ask the question again. As elections officials, were you not aware that aspirants were not allowed to vote? It's a yes or no. There were 21 listed possible aspirants out of a total of 87 votes. Can you answer this simple question? I don't know if that is a simple question though, but you want an answer to that. I'm not sure if you can throw any light to it for us.
What I go say is we got a legal team at the APC. We go consult with them. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think anybody raised any particular problem. The election lists were put out, and I don't see any election where they disenfranchise someone simply because in a one of the aspirants in an election. So we can always ask the APC legal team for advice. We get a legal set of people, and everybody been in at the hall. The lists were displayed well ahead of time. I don't think anybody being raised any particular issues, say you're not comfortable with that or they're against that. Even throughout the process and to the end, everybody don't be given the opportunity for make them raise if they get any particular issues. But that notwithstanding, I mean, if that is the people consider that a problem, we can always ask we legal advisors on the matter anyway.
Another comment where somebody make now Mixer. It's a great teamwork coordinator, Dr. Sisi, and the entire media team. Well done. I will be on the offline due to my current location. Yes. So, well, Dr. Sisi don't answer most of the questions then because in terms of legality, the ITGC and the TIIEMC get the lawyers them where they handle the cases them. They were only here to conduct elections, and before they do the elections, they actually do what they call due diligence. They speak to all the aspirants them, speak to all the stakeholders them, involve them into week after week, minimum 2 hours, but the meetings then stretch to 3 4 hours sometimes, just for make sure say there's an agreement for conduct this election where nobody no go get any problem. Now, if they no go conduct the elections right through from the start to the end, there's no problems at all. Then somebody we lost the election begin raise issues them will not been be a concern, then I not think say in the best position for answer them. So Dr. Cisse, are you in line with what I just said? If you want to add anything to that?
No, I very much, I they in line fully with that. And let not forget, say, even the colleagues them where they raise such concerns, those aspirants voted as well. They did not say no, I'm not going to vote because I'm not eligible for vote. This now only after all the election results don't come now they get this. But we are all waiting me go appeal to people is let we all call we heart. elections are very difficult processes. Like I say, we all be know say there will be these outcomes. And you either day that you they celebrate or you then at the receiving end of elections. Let we all look for a model how we go in future, learn from them processes here. There will be lessons to be learned. They were not meant, this is not the first time when they conduct them kind of under the APC party. We not go pretend for be perfect. But I think we have to look at where the overall process happen. I think we don't be as open and transparent as anybody can be. And we don't get a listening ear to people. And the way and manner in which we conducted the elections, like I say, even the venue, whatever was done, was the decisions of the people themselves, you the delegates. We convene winner to meetings, even with the limited time we've been get. There was a week where there was no night, even after the long work, we will not get meetings every day in the week, just to make sure say we get a really good process. And that's what, in my own view, the conscience very clear, that was delivered to the people. Do ya, una let we go sleep over them processes here. Let we remember the APC party, let we remember the people of Sierra Leone. Let we not spend all we time they argue amongst WISIF. Let we look at what we need for go to. The overall outcome is to free the people of Sierra Leone come June 2023. That should be the focus of everyone. Let we all direct our energies towards that.
Okay, focusing on the with energy on the June 24th elections coming very soon in few months' time. We see yesterday a declaration of the position of the chairman of the party from Honorable Minkalu Mansare. The same hall, same time, we see a declaration of Ambassador Dr. Alaji Usman Fode Yansane, declare for the deputy chairman of this very APC. And today, we see a declaration of the flag bearership for the party winner, Dr. Samuel Matthew Wilson Kamara. They are focused the way you try for drive we to so for make we focus on, make we see what's in there happen. These are people we few months ago, few years ago, they call them the old guards. They not been want them. People were fighting against them, they were in court. Today they're declaring for the position. What in you take on this whole activity we see in our APC?
Comrade Owan Kasu, allow me to congratulate all of them, we senior comrades here, where they're in the process of declaring the intentions for the party. Comrade Samura, Mr. Minkailu Mansare, and we ex-Secretary General of the party. I think say this is not a great thing for see. And I don't know, I get in my short lifespan and experience so far, I don't ever see Usai people and they come together and they do a declaration together. One person say me go be chairman and one person say me go be deputy chairman. I think these are the kind of spirit where we want to see the snowball in the APC party and in with societies. Then we'll only build peaceful societies, build strong teams, like I've been saying just now, for make we recognize with strengths. And there are no weaknesses anyway. But sometimes just a little bit of respect on understanding that one person gave a lead at one point in time. Then another person step aside and serve alongside in the roles. So then people here don't lead with example. Mr. Minkai Lumansai, we want to tell una thank you for show this kind good example. Now that we all get for copy, now that we all get for do. So we'll get less problems. Then so the APC party will get quickly outside the need for be and start for look at and strategize on how for win the elections. So now a very good thing for do. Now the right thing that, now the right spirit that, and we the younger ones for learn from that. I hope say we're going to inculcate such attitudes and spirit in the interest of the APC as well as Sierra Leone.
So, Dr. Sise, how you see the coming few months to the elections? You think, say, APC Day in the right footing? Because given that there's going to be a delegate conference, national delegate conference in the next few days, and then once we hit that, we cross that bridge day. Do you envisage any peaceful, entry into the general elections?
I think a couple of months back, were we where we are? No. A couple of months back, if somebody say things go down there the way we then they, some people then go get some doubts. But this is what the APC party is capable of doing. This is what the human being is capable of doing. We're able to solve problems, and we're able for withstand whatever pressure. We're able for work under pressure. I think we get for commend the APC party for get to side and done this so at this short within this short period of time. I think we get for congratulate we say. But hey, we can't be complacent. I am very optimistic. I'm very optimistic. Say we will soon get with flag bearer, and the spirit will even multiply. The belief, which has always been there, will be emboldened. I think say we go get to say we need for the 2023 elections. I get no doubt in my mind. I don't see anybody where they say otherwise. The result is going to be a win for the APC party. So the spirit is very high. We all consider that. That is the only outcome we will make you and everybody glad. That is the only outcome we want out of all of this. And we're capable of delivering that. And we're going to do that. Trust me, Owan Kasu, the APC party is going to win the election come 2023.
Okay, Dr. Sise, I see quite a lot of endorsements today, surprisingly, from members of parliament. The entire members of parliament for APC endorsed Dr. Samora today. I see bike riders, I see the women, I see the youth, I see individuals, I see the lawyers of APC, they all endorse. I see people from different political parties, they come to endorse Dr. Samora Matthew Wilson Kamara today for being the flag bearer for APC. I see the consortium of political parties, 12 opposition political parties. They actually come today, then endorse Dr. Samora Kamara. Who are you candidates for this flag bearership?
I think we get to look at the mood of the country. We get to look at the people. I think say the endorsements then the way where then they go, and the capacity where people then don't show. I think say at this stage, not of the time for cast doubts in people their minds them. We all get to be clear-minded. We see the atmosphere for Dr. Samora Kamara. May just encourage everybody not to attend this, the APC as well as the country there at a crossroad. I think in that time where people then were capable, people then we don't work for the party, people then from the time where then lose the 2028 election, where they no rest. They've been at work up to the end. Do ya a beg una let we go support this man? Where God don't choose somebody, una let we acknowledge that. Una let we drop everything. This not to time where we get for ask, say, oh, now because now him and all they put my hand in. No. Let's think about the APC party. Let's think about the people of Sierra Leone. Let's think about peace. Let's think about how we come from. We country don't get so many challenges in the last couple of decades. We just come from war in the last couple of decades. 10, 11 years, not long term in a country in life. We waste time, fet, and we all know the reasons. If we all look at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report, we see the recommendations, then where did they? We see the issues, then we bring with problems. We moral guarantors can only help we in the form of the international community and others, where some of we don't they approach strongly all along the way. Let them all forget Sierra Leone. Let them go to work now rather than then wait for come back, for can look at problems, waiting don't scatter. No. For me, a stitch in time saves 9. Then get for engage in the process. It's part and parcel of the recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission for make we get a follow-up committee by way of the various moral guarantors, Britain, America, all of them, other big institutions, ECOWAS and all, for make them engage with Sierra Leone from time to time, for make them understand what are the problems where they happen. Even the African Union get a peer review mechanism where they get in place. All that now for just stop problems. For make them then able check where things then begin happen in a country, let heads of states then able advise them colleagues then say, well, they observe this, they happen, or do you come back to we, how you they fix this? Now part of their mechanisms and they all are part and parcel of consolidating the peace process in Sierra Leone and let we get to the gear of development. I think say now that we need for engage on. But then go only help we will get we safe, let we not cast doubts in we minds at all. I think the writing is on the wall. We should all be speaking with one voice. We should all be moving in one direction. Dr. Samura Kamara don't work so hard from day one. He not ever stop, go to sleep. Do ya not go mince me words? I think now that Anes Baikoroma left Giwi, it show leadership. Not perfect, but it say let we all work together, let we work with continuity. I think that the rest of people for inculcate, we all get for learn that and move forward and get to 2023, June 2023.
Yeah, okay. I believe, say, as we speak now, we don't almost get to the stage you say Dr. Samura, we all don't seem for believe, say, now go be the preeminent flag bearer, the leader of the APC, given all the activities that we don't take place, the things that we don't happen, the endorsement we don't see, the court case we don't go through, the kind we wouldn't try for, drag and down, the man stand firm and is unblemished. But one of the serious problems with APC get right now, what I feel say, I for give you that the problem of choosing our running mate. How difficult is this? And whether you think say for we now APC will be the best person for go alongside Samura Kamara?
So in as much as we want let it win and let it can work for we, there are areas as well when I remit, where no one not get for interfere with or tell I'm waiting for do. Dr. Samura Kamara and I very experienced gentleman. And all the efficient people that we get around now no strangers to them. Some of them you don't work with. But let we left in your space let deal with that. I'm sure at your time it will come to we. And we all get for trust them if ultimately when they take the mantle of leadership. It will tell we would I uncomfortable with for work as in partner. Let we allow them that right day and space for make it do them at your own time. It go can't tell we.
Okay. Well, viewers then want to see the video where people from different political party, most particularly from the NGC party winner, Dr. Dennis Bright, we actually come and endorse Samura Kamara. And Namawe would host na this platform. And if you don't tell we all along, it's a APC. It's a if we're not ready, we will ready. And most recently, we see where Dr. Yumkela go over to SLPP without consulting. It took the other guys in by surprise. And we see series of resignation letters them all over social media. From in the Dr. Dennis Bright, right down to the secretary, right down to the PRO, right down to the diaspora people, them, they all resign from the NGC party. Now, Dr. Bright don't come right on the platform of APC endorsing Dr. Samura. Before we play the video, please give me your own take on what they happen with the NGC party, how they go able to play a role in Sierra Leone, And what in this all mean to we as Sierra Leoneans? For see Yumkela shifting over there, and then we see resignation right across the board, and this is happening now with Dennis Bright.
Well, first of all, I want to welcome we brother Dr. Dennis Bright for make this decision for join the APC party. I think say a very clear in your mind that this is not the right decision, and I'm sure we within the APC party who believes in the right thing that. I think it was before the last election. I've been get a comrade who can discuss occasionally. He asked me for joining the NGC party. So I simply reply to and say, in the foreseeable future, perhaps in we lifetime, we, and also the one that we don't bono, Sierra Leone, with the mindset of we people, with no disrespect, I just believe say it's either going to be for now the APC or the SLPP party. We welcome varied views, various parties for coming, but I think the history tells we say all other parties don't struggle. We want a diversity of parties in the fray, but sometimes you can still able. It's not about the coat, not all the coat matters. It's the man in the coat. If we interpret that for main parties, look at here, Labour, Conservative Party. They've always been there. They are the two main parties. Even big democracies as well, like America, the Democrats and the Republicans.
Republican.
That's about it. Every other party can do it. You can come in with your views. May I believe for change things from within. You more empowered because you go be more armed with the facts. You go know the ins and outs, the happenings and things, and they stop you for reform at all. So that in a just name. It's about us, the individuals. Going to join another party or forming a new party doesn't change the way you think or what you do. I believe you will still be the same person. I can change my name from Mohamed Sise today. That doesn't change me as a human being at all. I think what we need to do is to get to, for work on we mentalities, we mindsets. I mean, we get countries like Rwanda, we fought an even equally bad war like we did, even though we crawled so low for hack people and limbs and do all sorts of things. But look, when they tell themselves as a people that, hey, this is Rwanda and we own, we've got to try and change it now. Go there today and you tell them about what may happen in the country. So really, I think it's about the people themselves. It's not about the party where you go from or whatever. If we want for change, we go change. So welcome, Dr. Dennis Bright, to the APC party. And for the others, I hope they go think twice and then go really make really good decisions. At this stage, I don't see any other party developing Sierra Leone other than the APC party. Everything else, it could forget oppositions and things. But I don't know. I don't want for comment on any other decision other than that. But I think that Dr. Dennis Bright has made the best decision. And people and they resign in drones from the NGC not come as a surprise to me at all. As I say, well before 2018, somebody came with that same argument there. I tell and say, listen, let's not waste our time. Let's not detract from the process. Look at the votes where NGC get not enough. It was a distraction. And who knows, if we had all of those votes, we all been put on together, sometimes the people of Sierra Leone go there in the distress, the pain where they now, because perhaps those votes would have made it for the APC party. The APC party would have been in power in the last 5 years. We do not pretend that the APC not getting on downsides, not getting drawbacks, but I think say it will never do as badly as we've had the SLPP do. So again, even the SLPP, we know say now the party that go be it's either the SLPP or the APC party. It is in the interest of all Sierra Leoneans for make them party get strong leadership. Because at the end of the day, if the SLPP does badly in terms of them processes and then leadership in the party, and they emerge as the victors, as the winners, like they did in 2018, look at what they've given us. Then serve us with all the pain and distress, all the suffering to the people. So if they mean get good processes and strong leadership, then if for continue with the leadership where we be need in Sierra Leone, we people are not for suffer this way. So even you, not to enemy, even your opponent, sometimes it ain't in best interest for make your opponent not be too weak. Because if you're weak, and given the systems we get in Africa, where elections, yes, they vote and all the rest of it, but there are other factors that come into play for determining who that go there in governance. If those who come in governance are weak, my dear, we are going to suffer like we've done. So important, even your opponent, for making get good processes where you go follow and give you the best of leadership, not leadership based on tribalism, not leadership based on all sorts of vices, but rather competence. That is what we should be looking at.
Yes, indeed. Well, we will come play Dr. Dennis Bright in video for the benefit of viewers them, make themselves see what in the man himself say. So I go play them, then everybody go see them, and then we go see what we self take from there. So
political parties they come out, including the APC. Now we call the consortium of progressive political parties. Ordaining about Kuboku English. So what you don't decide for color now as Gio. Now both game for make Salon better. We don't decide for color on both game for make Salon better. Because we don't find out say inside this country, as political parties, opposition, now one day work we get for do now. We get for clear that mountain way there before we, so that we go see before, and can we country go before. So when we did the answer now, me want to tell you say, if today now only one candidate now they represent the vote game, now the APC candidate. I can tell you say inside vote game, we decide say the NGC candidate who we don't get. We say for now we're able for votes and fight together. We decide for withdraw from the race. I want to introduce to now, let's just team up the candidates who have been there for NGC. When Ezra, this man, we decide for remove him from the race so that we will get only one candidate. And our candidate.
Are we candidates?
So waiting one for tell you now. I want to mobilize because all we people are waiting for vote for we don't educate them. Therefore go vote for now this time. But this don't mean now say we are not for let we down. Because the beat owner for beat now, not to have beat that serious beat now for beat now.
Sure.
And a serious beat now we for beat now because the one effect together.
Exactly.
Both game for better salon.
Yes. Both game for better salon. And to myself see now, where they kind of hold today, I mean some people there, but they talk to them. They don't snap them, they send and go. They say maybe they talk to people there where they send confusion. They say that they call me tomorrow. Or will ask me a question. But don't begin use her now. Don't know Samoa Kamara no more for the good. ECSL is the good. But once I get for tell now, we get right in a saloon. Take today, this country in a democracy, and it's supposed for there. Everybody get right for associate with who they want to associate in a saloon. Everybody get right for join whatever association you want to join. And nobody now will stop we for do that. So the reason why we do that for come together, Now because we want police salon go before. We don't tire for DBN. We don't tire for first bet we serve. Let we come together now and get a better saloon. Anybody will not want police salon better. Anybody will not want police salon unite. Anybody will not want to let people and prosper. Anybody will want to let continue by hardship. The pull and come on a wood. Thank you. I want for now to member we. I want for now to pray for we. Because some of we now we don't go inside the mouth. The animal in mouth we did it now. They give back to you at any time.
Right. Some comrades of the APC once again, Mina Comrade Owan Kasu, this is the APC online TV platform, and this is the mouthpiece of the diaspora. Today we get Dr. Mohammed Sise. We are one of the presiding officers there at the elections. We just concluded the APC UK and Ireland districts. Of course, everything went peacefully. Everything was nice. Everything was good. It talked to me about the fact that we get all agreements from all factions. You know, we conduct the elections, no problems. And APC at the moment, the kind level load is right now. We don't get time for go back and begin to think about, you know, petition cases them or doing things them way, you know, we come back. So we need to move on as a political party, and it don't tell me a lot about the confidence where you get that APC will be the next governance in power, and Dr. Samura is obviously, you know, the preeminent leader of the APC. Come, you know, few days time we didn't do the national delegates conference, and he encouraged a lot of, you know, people we aggrieved, we lost, for make them jam it together, make them able to support the UK and Ireland, for support the party going forward. So I want to come back to Dr. Sise for make he can talk to you about, you know, the UK and I general membership. You know, then look very carefully, they unpick people like yourself, people like Ojokutu Makoli, people like Tamba Opel, Samsumana, Kadikal Marx, you know, unpick people like IL Bangura and Zainab Bangura, you know, these are people we don't perform for the APC. And the general membership, Usa Una left them out in these elections because you get the candidates them, we know the candidates them, we don't see the candidate they don't aspire, they don't lose, they don't win. But the general membership them, how the mood they like, how the atmosphere they like in terms of the general membership. You see them coming together, supporting this executive, you see them splitting, going into factions or something like that.
Thank you very much, Comrade Owan Kasu, for that question day. At the end of the day, whatever titles or positions where we all taught, then will be meaningless without the electorate, without we people them. I think then are the most important people them. We na servants them. We only they deliver a service. Whoever is elected to a position, na service you they deliver. I think say we not left them behind in the process at all. I think say talking through then leaders, I suppose say then leaders them they go and amplify the messages then they to them as well. Now that would encourage well before the elections themselves. And I think that don't they happen. And we encouragement going forward will be the newly elected officials, be it in chapters, the constituencies or districts. Now for make them forget about the positions we then don't give them, let them not go on their head. Let them go back to the various constituencies. Let them allow people that will get camps for want of a better term. Let them go, let them people in them camps, then they go talk to them people then. say, hey, we've been the fight for something. But we been no say it's either we win or we lose. Now we are where we are. We also get a responsibility for make we go put we hand on deck, for make we work together and deliver the very outcome where if now we been win, now that will be for deliver. So the general membership not going to be left behind at all. And already in a part and parcel of the process for engage them. And we go strongly recommend the new officials for make them go along the lines and they let them talk to the apparent people then we not get nothing at their hands. Let them bring them come together, let them form part of the process, let them talk to them, the members then as well. Not to them for make we go into divisions, not to them for make we go back, we retreat into we camps, but for make we come out this time round, let we amalgamate we safe, let we form one whole APC, APC UK and I, APC Sierra Leone, APC National APC. Let we go forward, let we work for the people of Sierra Leone. That is what is going to happen. Some of us will continue to encourage it.
Okay. Dr. Sise, as you know, in the coming days, we're going to have elections for the diaspora region. And in the UK, we get aspirants that we aspire for positions in the diaspora. We get aspirants for the vice chairmanship. We get aspirants from the UK who aspire for the chairmanship. We get aspirants who aspire for the organizing secretary position at the diaspora. I think a couple of them. First of all, we get Supermed. Supermed aspire for the chairmanship. They're not the only person from the UK who aspire for the chairmanship at the diaspora. But we get about 5 or so people then from the United States who aspire for the same position. We get ABS, we aspire for the position of vice chairman at the diaspora. And we get Political Ivory. It aspire for the PRO position at the diaspora. We get J.S. Momo Jr. They aspire for the position of organizing secretary at the diaspora. And I think Manso self, they aspire for financial secretary for the diaspora. So we got about 5 strong candidates then. What's in your message to them? What's in the optimism? What's in the hope? What's in the wishes that we will get for them from the UK?
Thank you, sir. I think we get one of the things we God give in abundance. Now the APC party, the UK and I in particular, is people them we're competent, people them we're capable. So me get every confidence in all of the names here where you don't outline. Comrade Supermed, Comrade ABS, Comrade Ivory, and you name them, Comrade Manso, and all of the people. These are really talented people, very competent people, very honest people. These are people we go fight a battle anywhere and win. And winning will be yours. Certainly you guys get the support of all the APC people in the UK and I and in the diaspora. Do your big, go there and do yourself justice. You guys wanna go win, wanna go come with the victory. I think in the ITGC, we get some representatives from the UK and I. And if we see how they perform, how then they do we proud, I think saying at the same spirit we have to continue with. And I think then comrades here will aspire for them positions here, go do the same. Then we'll continue for fly the flag high of not only the UK and I, but the diaspora as a whole and the people of Sierra Leone. I think they will do us good. I have no doubt in my mind.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sise. We don't come to the close, to the very end of this particular discussion, but in these few minutes, I want allow you for make you sort of speak to the outgoing executive, make you speak to the newly elected executive. The transition way will take place, make it be a seamless transition. Give we advice because now una we don't count on now as we moral guarantors them, as the people them we get the wisdom for stay we. You don't get no body inside the executive more than the other party. Everybody to you are the same. And you advise and words the way you they give out to we. If we all am with one, I believe say it will carry we go far as a branch. So I want to give you these few minutes, make you speak to we. Let we listen to you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Owen Kasu. Comrades, both outgoing as well as the one that we don't come. One thing where one we all remember is governance at whatever level of whatever form, na continuity. And I think anybody with a left governance, however you look at them, it gets something for offer you in the form of advice. Do not assume you know it all as you they come. Then why are veterans? They know waiting at the immediate challenges where they don't face in the years that we just don't pass. Then get a wealth of experience around that. Do ya when I embrace them, when I call upon them at all times? And I did listen to the statement of the outgoing Chairman Mustafa. It did left in doors open. Do ya, I go encourage you and make use of that. Some of we at various leadership levels, we don't come through that kind of experience. Not the least when I was president of the medical school, of the student union there. I mean, whenever you when you in an office, you get challenges, but at the same time, you get what I will call suite of office. How and something where sometimes it can be sweet. Where you the left arm, not on an easy time. And yesterday I've been did they ask Chairman Mustafa how he feel. Let tell me honestly, and I'm sure we'll get a discussion there. Where the heart did they left you, sometimes it can feel a little bit difficult. But I'm sure then we'll continue for putting their shoulders to the wheel, for make waiting and left laying off for them. Then we'll make themselves available. But it is also for the one day where they come in, let them not feel sort of carried away by the new power where they don't get, then feel say then sabi everything. Any side where you go, you're not somewhat a stranger sometimes. Do you make Lady Dure hold the torchlight for you, let you show you the way? Who side the room then there, who side the toilet then there, who side everything there, the food and everything. Do you wanna make use of that opportunity there? Now then they go give una the kind of head start, the kind of start we una need in una tenure of office. Una continue for make use of them, what we go call think tanks. Then pool of experience here. We all go there around. We all go be available. We all go support the process. Be it incoming or outgoing, the ultimate aim now for make we get a stable, peaceful, and vibrant UK and I, and hence Sierra Leone. Do ya a big una make use of their avenues here? Do ya a big una let we come together more often? Let we get programs that we go make we all talk together. Look at here, even in football. One of the things we then develop, I think it's the La Liga fixture. What did they do? The two presidents or two chairmen during a match, they're all sit down at the same seat next to each other. If then see them people, then they do that. Who stand the supporters then go come begin say let them cost themselves and fight each other. The coaches waiting they happen after matches, and they go embrace. Look at tennis. As soon as the match over, waiting to happen, then they go embrace. So when the supporters go fight each other, do you beg on allow inculcate then little things here in with day-to-day practice of politics. Politics supposed to be good thing. Now they all the decisions where they rule with lives, now then they happen. Do you beg on allow make a dignified process, a process who side with the civil as brothers and sisters. We're not enemies at all. If anything, we all now warriors in the same fight. Now that I go left una with, una make use of the experience of the outgoing, and una say do be open, una open on our arms, una call upon them, let them be part and parcel of the process. Yeah.
Thank you ever so much, Dr. Mohammed Sise. This platform want for take the opportunity for tell you plenty thank you for the time you take for come speak to we. Words of wisdom. These are words them we go for take with to one. But before you go, I don't want to go it. Just stay there, make her just acknowledge the one that we view, we give them comments them. Earlier, I been introduce the mixer, Mr. Mohammed Adams, Fatmata Sakor, Pablo Stevens, we get Prezo Song J-Man, Simba Cole, Queen of Berkshire, and Mr. Mo Bangura, Sweet Bonita, Rachel Siafa, and we also get Yusuf Kumara. Then we get Delwyn Thomas, Lawrence Fox, Isatu Kaiko. We get Bintu Sise. The list goes on and on and on. These people be the watch and then give them comments. Then we get Aisha Al Sise. These people were there watching and making comments, and we get also Mr. Abdul Blah on the platform. We want to tell you plenty thank you, Dr. Sise, for the time. We hope see in the not distant future we go get you back on this platform for talk to we about pertinent issues them, topics them with the gone within the APC. So I want that acknowledgement day and I promise day.
I apologize in the past where I know say you don't try forget me to the platform. I apologize now due to all the issues that we can hold me. Not always not a pleasure for come. Thank you for the opportunity where you give me. I'm grateful for that. And in the future, I'll do my level best for always present myself here. The APC na we own. Do ya all the people them way lose elections? Do ya on a law we call we at here? Let we work together with the one the way we don't win. We are all winners.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sise. Comrades, this is Dr. Sise, and now go. I think say the technical team go on to talk to you in the background. So technical team, this na the APC online TV platform. This na the Sunday exclusive, the Sunday show what we call the flagship show na the APC online TV platform, the voice of the diaspora. Me na comrade Owan Kasu. Today I not get me sweet beauty them around me today because they're all in a plane in the fly for go salon, for go meet up the convention. But hopefully next week we will get them. Lady Sweet Bonita alongside Lady Fatia Samora. So I say thank you and goodbye.
I love that
Oh na 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 na. Say the way them be left the power to murder, not to say it. Plenty youth they smoke and go mad. Try they not to say be there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say be there. The way politics them foil we try they say not to so be there. The way my dad they fly plenty, the other part not to say be there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say be there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to been there.